Okay. There is a series in the magazine about Dakar legends. And we know that Dakar legend is someone who started in the Dakar 10 times at least. But what do you think for you? What is it about for you to be a legend? How do you feel about that?
Okay, people or people's brain sometimes needs different things for them to feel better. For me, legend maybe is a person worth looking at because it's a person with some experience. Because even if you are not the best in something, but I mean, if you have done challenge like Dakar 10 times, I think, I mean, if you're not stupid enough, maybe it's possible to gain something out of it. So I would say it's about experience and about, deep understanding of things. Because, being 10 times in challenge like Dakar means not only your driving skills, but it also means, that you can do different challenges not one time. So, which means that if something happens once, maybe will not happen second time, but what happens two times most probably will happen third time, and 10 times in a row or not in a row means that you're capable of doing something, I would say.
And you are capable of problem solving, I think, because Dakar is some kind of problem solving day after day after day. No?
Okay, it's first of all it's creating problems, and usually it's drivers who creates problems, but then you solve it. So yeah, I mean, I would say that why people go to Dakar. So, I mean, it's really difficult to answer because I would say clever people they shouldn't go. I mean, why to go to Dakar and have all this stuff? Be tired, solve the problems all the time, and have huge challenges. I mean, every day in Dakar, before a special stage, I give myself a question and I'm asking what I'm really doing here. But okay, after some time, seems like I want it again. So maybe it's something like Stockholm syndrome. It's a psychological thing, which is not necessarily very nice.
But do you think that these people, Dakar legends, can be role models for their country's people, or maybe for the whole world?
Whom?
Role models, those who are Dakar legends, who did the Dakar 10 times, can be role models for
What,
their
what, what, what,
countries,
what is role model?
icons, role
Ah,
models.
okay, yeah. It's I think communication in general it's a special thing. So for my perspective, but I might see it slightly different because I've been 14 times in the car. I've done it in a row. I didn't miss a year, and if everything is fine, so I will be 15th time in the car. So for me, I think it's. I mean, I know the car a little bit, but okay, guys like Stefan Peter and Sel, or even others who made the 20 and more, the cars they have much more and bigger experience. So I would say that these people, at least they are interesting to study, from my perspective. If they are nice or if they are icons, I think some people who are doing a lot of things from one perspective can be liked, from another perspective can be hated, and that's totally different thing, and it's nothing related to their capabilities. It's more reflection for others. So I cannot say, but I think these people is interesting at least.
For sure interesting. For me, the first memory about you at Dakar was, I think it was in 2018 or 19, when your wrists were injured and you were still fighting and fighting for the top 10, and maybe you were just missing out on the top 10 and finished 11th, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
it was 2015, and it was one of the biggest challenges in my world, in my life. Actually, in before the rest day of Dakar, that was in South America, I managed to break my wrist. And okay, first of all, I didn't knew what happened, but it was so painful that usually I'm not crying, but
Oh my God,
but
yeah.
tears were going out, and it was really really bad. And okay, I mean, you're not hero if you break your wrist. It just means that you made a mistake before. So somewhere in Bolivia, I hit a bridge with a front wheel, and I lost power steering. And without power steering, our cars, it's nearly impossible to
Oh
drive.
yeah.
But we were trying, and in one corner, something happened, and I just broke my wrist. So we managed actually that day. The interesting thing that after I came to the bivouac, the boss of Peugeot Motorsport came, because that day in Bolivia we helped Peter Hansel after marathon day to start their Peugeot in Parc Fermé, because otherwise they would not start, and that would be a second time Peugeot cars didn't start. First time it was in Monte Carlo in classical rally. But okay, we helped. We actually also have a video, because Andrei Rudnitsky, who was my co-driver, he made that video. So he came to us to say thank you. I was with big pains. Then I went to the doctors, and doctors they checked my wrist. They made X-ray. Okay, they didn't have anything big, but X-ray, and they said, sorry, but your bone is broken and you cannot start. And I was like, no, I mean, I have to start. I have to finish Dakar, you know. And 2015 means that it was my third Dakar, so you know, I was a bit more eager to do things back then. So, and I started, you know, started to try to agree, you know, with the doctors. And I said, look, I can sign you everything, but I really need to start the Dakar, to continue Dakar. They looked at the photo and they said, okay, if you will start, first of all, you're stupid because it will be really painful. And I said, look, it's my problem. They said, okay. And second thing, they said that, okay, if you will go, then your wrist will move, bone will move, and you will need to do a surgery afterwards. And I said, okay, fine, I will do surgery afterwards. So we managed to finish that Dakar. Next day, I think we were fourth overall in really twisty stages. And Andrei said that, look, I mean, we needed to break your bones, you know, just after the start, because then you are quick enough, you know. And I was really motivated to go to the finish. It was quite difficult. So we finished the car that year. I think we won a privateer category with Andrei and Toyota. And I came back to Lithuania. Okay, then hospital was already ready, and they made a proper investigation, and then doctors told me that we've done impossible, because wrist is 8 bones. It's the most moving part of your body. So 4 bones were broken, and 2 tendons, I think, or whatever it's called, were cut. So actually, it's even worse than the bones. So you know, Bumblebee cannot fly, according to the physics. But Bumblebee doesn't know physics and doesn't care, doesn't give a shit, and flies. So, you know, you can do impossible things sometimes when you don't know the true story. So that's what I have learned from one of Dakar stories, and it was like hundreds of thousands of them.
Yeah, when I heard this story for the first time, my first thought was, this guy's crazy, like hell. My second thought were that this guy is a real fighter, and where does this passion come from? Did you have anyone in your family to have such a passion for motorsport?
No, passion for motorsport, I think I'm the only one. And actually, I don't know why it happened. I think I met people who showed me motorsport, and I started to feel the passion. And my parents, and actually father, he was a conductor of a choir. You know, people are singing, and he's a leader for them. So, I mean, he gave me, by his example and by the genes, might be, you know, the passion, to feel a passion for what you're doing. So I think, I mean, I could have been a cook, I could have been a warrior or soldier. I mean, I could do different things, but by incident or accident, I end up in motorsport. So I think that's the reason. But otherwise, I think I would be doing the same. And if you do something with passion, I mean, you don't have a chance. You will do it. So that's one thing. And another thing, you know, why, you know, I love what I do. I feel passion for what I do. I have quite a big group of people who are following me, and for me, it's kind of responsibility. I don't go to Dakar anymore because I want it. I mean, I answered nearly all the questions there for myself, and you have to be crazy to go. But to show the as an example for others, and if you can give something for others, so then I think that's the reason why I go to Dakar.
Yeah,
Maybe it
this is
sounds
what
too.
I meant about being an icon for people.
Yeah. I mean, but yep, I really don't care too much about the people. I would say. I mean, I'm polite always with everyone, but I mean, I live in my world, and not necessarily all the people understands me. But that's fine, as long as I understand myself. So, so
But
that's.
still, they can learn from you, I think.
Yeah. I mean, for me, let's say, I talk with young people quite a lot. I go to the schools, to the high schools, and we discuss with people. And for me, actually, when they know someone from television or media or whatever, seems like they want to see that person, and then by the storytelling, I'm giving them samples how I think they need to act and react in their life to achieve certain things. So for me, kind of this thing is much more important and interesting than driving, a car at high speed.
You mentioned that you could be anything from a cook or anything, but why motorsport? Why cars?
Okay, first of all, I was, I think, a crazy guy on the streets of Vilnius. I started driving. Lithuania got independence from occupation. So, and then it was not a big order. It was 1991, so more than 35 years ago. I was a young guy who was 14 years old back then. I already managed to earn money, and I had my car. I didn't have driver's license, but I was the fastest in Vilnius, and when you are fastest young guy, fastest in Vilnius, okay, he was crazy. I mean, I would say at that time. So then next step is to show that rally drivers, they don't know how to drive, because when you're a teenager, you know everything and you know the best. So I was exactly the same like others. So just and I met people who were doing motorsports. So this is the reason. I think they showed me that this place can be interesting. And my first race was 97. So yeah, I'm 30 years actually day to day in motorsports, and I've been in classical rally, I've been in off-road, I've been in circuit racing, I've been racing ultimate. Now I've been racing WRC cars, R5s, Porsche GT3s, and different, really very very interesting and different cars through all my career.
What has been your favorite car so far?
Sorry.
What has been your favorite racing car so far?
Favorite? Actually, I like Hilux. I liked really Subaru WRC. It's piece of art. I like R5 car as well. I liked racing with Porsche. Endurance racing GT3. It was also quite okay. I think maybe favorite car is the car you're driving at the moment. I think that should be the attitude, because otherwise you are not living in a constant world. You live somewhere else, and at home I drive a Land Cruiser, and that's fine. So.
And what was the biggest lesson you got from another racing driver during the Dakar or during other races anywhere?
I've got I think a lot of lessons, and it's very difficult to say what was the most best and whatever. So I try to not to answer questions in that way, but it's two things. I think I've got really a lot of interesting information from people, but what I have learned, that there is a saying in Lithuania that stupid people are learning from own mistakes, and the clever people learning from others' mistakes.
Yeah,
So
we have the same saying in Hungary as well.
I think everywhere you have
Yeah.
this saying, and I mean I don't trust it. I have not met a single person in my life who is able to learn from others' mistakes. I mean, we think too good about Homo sapiens. I mean, Homo sapiens is not that clever, but from your own mistakes, yes, for sure. I mean, you can learn, and if you do not learn from your own mistake and you do it second time, so then you're stupid. Yes, so that's my attitude. So I think I learned most from mistakes I made. And I think people are really afraid about mistakes too much because only mistakes makes you better. But again, if you're not an idiot, so yeah.
And did you ever have, or have you ever had icons in motorsport uh, for whom you were really watching what they are doing and wanted to learn from them and who were
Yes.
really icons for you?
Yes, actually, very strange because all of them have quite a tragic ending. It was Ayrton Senna, it was Richard Burns, it was Colin McRae, and it was Michael Schumacher. All these four, I think, were my icons, and all of them, for some strange reason, had quite not nice, at least, or tragic endings. But yeah, these guys were ones I was looking really with big interest.
And were they only icons for you, or did you ever had the chance to talk to them, any of
No,
them?
no, that's a pity, but I didn't have a chance because these four would be, I would give everything, to meet them. But okay, I meet really nice athletes who are really new and you can really learn, and they can be really big icons for others. So I met quite a lot people, and now in Dakar for sure, all the best guys are here. So I'm really delighted, to be with these people together and to race with them.
For the outsiders, the world of motorsport, and especially at the top level, motorsport can be about fighting with each other and really being rivals. How do you think about this in Dakar? Is it more a family or a bunch of rivals?
Uh, First of all, I think that in the car you're fighting with yourself mostly. You need to make decisions alone with your co-driver, with your team, other teams, other drivers, other co-drivers, also making the decisions. So I think first of all you're really competing with yourself. I mean, because I mean even there are the best drivers, but anyway, I think that's the main reason we should go there. That's how I really feel. But okay, I have to say that how people get to motorsport, I think mostly it's about people ego and the alpha males and females maybe. They are coming because they want to compete. They want to show they are the best. They want to show their muscles and their speed and different things. And yeah, it's about ego first of all, because I don't believe, really it's really nice to be high speed and so on. So not sure. I remember, Ernest Hemingway. He has nothing to do with motorsport, but he said one thing, that there are only three real sports: hill climbing, bullfighting, and motorsport. The rest are just games. And that was Ernest Hemingway, we all know, and famous writer. And actually, he was quite a crazy guy. So maybe that's also the reason people are going to motorsport and especially rally.
And is the atmosphere in cross country rallies different from other motorsports, or is it the same?
Uh, you know, Everywhere in all other motorsports and in general everywhere, people are slightly different. And for instance, help in the car. So there are people who are never helping, and there are people who are helping. Some people who are not helping, I understand if they are the fastest drivers, they need to do the job, and they are paid to do the result. Others, sometimes they need to help, and they help not. Sometimes they can be a nice person. Sometimes they really believe that if I'm helping, so maybe I will be helped as well. And there are third type of people who are never helping. So in general, it's I think Dakar is like a quick boiling pot where you can meet any type of people, absolutely. But but for sure they are all crazy, and
So it's a
maybe in the good
microcosmos maybe,
meaning
yeah.
of it, yeah.
And was there any life lessons that you learned from the Dakar, and now you use it in your private life, your normal life?
I think quite a lot. I cannot say one because you know I think I've got I don't know thousands of different lessons through the car. I cannot describe one, but all of them are making me, I believe, wiser, or at least I would be. I mean, I don't really give too much bonuses to for clever people, but I really like wise people, and I think it's really a huge difference from clever and wise. So in this case, the car gives you 10,000 possibilities to do different mistakes, to solve them, and to get experience. And for people with experience, I think they are just worth more, and that's it.
And what do you look for in races after so many years in motorsport? What uh, what is the meaning for you to come to the races, and what do you want to find in these weekends or these weeks?
Okay, I don't want to look strange. Okay, at the moment it's my job, so I mean I'm paid for that, and I would say some 20 years ago I would love go racing and so on. But I mean I've done hundreds, thousands of kilometers in racing, and after all this, it's really a hard job you need to do. I mean I will need to do shakedown, not shakedown, but the prologue soon, and I mean we will need to fly, and it's dangerous, and and you need to fight, and it's really a big job. So do you really need it? I don't know. But from another perspective, okay, so it's my job. If I do not drive, let's say for medical reasons, some 3 4 months in a rally car, yes, after that I feel that I really miss it. But otherwise, when it's daily, I think it's very psychological. You don't maybe mm, when you lose something, when you understand, that it was not that it was worth it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
maybe that's the way, and I'm racing quite a lot, so maybe I'm just as a normal Homo sapiens.
And can you find, after so many years, so many kilometers, anything new in the races that, okay, this I haven't experienced yet?
Yeah, I mean there is always possibility to learn, and especially now. I mean, with engineers, with all the software they have, it's really there are a lot of possibilities to learn if you want to learn. You can drive just driving and having fun, but if you want to learn, it's really a lot of possibilities. And for me it's really interesting what will happen in the future with AI, and when AI drivers will be better drivers than us in cross country, with 1001 different situation every second.
And you've seen for decades the evolvement of motorsport. Uh, do you think technology made it worse or better?
Of course, technology always makes it better. Sometimes, we remember in rallying, it was Group B. Then it was too powerful, not enough safety, too dangerous, and they started, to squeeze. And then we had Group A, and we had WRC, and we thought that after Group B, Group A will be nothing. But I mean, after some evolvement, it became faster. So I think the major thing is competition, which makes everything better. I remember Toyota Hilux when I first started in 2015, and what we have now, it's huge progress, and it's not one head up, it's 10 heads up. So really it evolves when bunch of engineers and drivers and mechanics and technicians, we're working every single day and trying to make it better. So it goes really high speed.
And what are your goals for this season and the next Dakar? What would be happy with?
Okay, European Cup for Bacchus we are using because to be fit and to have races not too far from home. So at least it's European Union. Okay, I mean going from Vilnius to Spain, and again it's nearly some 4,000 kilometers, but still it's a nice cup to do. I would like here to be even more drivers, but it's really interesting countries and interesting competitions, and it's good possibility to be fit for Dakar. We made the best result, top 8 some years ago, and for sure next nice digit is maybe 5. But I know it's not easy to do it with all the teams, drivers, and so on. So I would like to do top 5 one day, and then move further for sure.
And is it possible for privateer?
I've done quite many impossible things in my life so far, so I think everything is possible. I mean, if you think it's not possible, just don't go and don't do it.
And thank you very much, and all the best for your goals.
Thank you so much.